What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video here today. We're back once again on GranTursimo Sport here today for what are we? I think this is episode number 4 now, so we're starting to truck along a little bit now. I've got a couple of episodes made in advance as well, so hopefully we can get these out and in the not too distant future get into the actual proper racing side of things in a way. But yeah. That's basically everything I think I need to say, so let's just go get the show on the road. Alright, we're here for the first test of stage 3 of mission challenges. We're back here once again at Willow Springs Raceway. 2 laps around here in a group for Ford Mustang. Looks like we've got to get up from 12th to 1st. We've got 2 laps to do so let's go do this. First up, looks like a Corvette. Then a Hyundai Genesis, I think that was. Already up into P10 now. Kind of cut that corner a little bit there, but you know what? It's fine. It's all legal. But anyway, there's another one dispatched off, and there's another one that's already up into P8 now, making solid progress already. Oh god, that's the dirt. You're not supposed to go in there. Up the inside of a Volkswagen now. I don't know what that other one was, but anyway, that's up to P6 now. So already after field dispatched off in literally not even half a lap, so making very good progress here at the moment. We might actually get up basically to the lead before we even finish this first lap. That's up into P5. Next up's another Group 4 Mustang, so we'll get past these guys as quick as we can, side by side, and there we go, we managed to out-drag him. And yeah, job done. Next up, another Volkswagen, and that is job done. That moves us up into the top 3. Next up is an Alfa Romeo. We're going to try and squeeze through on the inside. That was probably a little bit dodgy there. We probably could have waited, but you know, I'm probably not the most patient man in the world, rather. So yeah, I do like to get a bit of a move on. But anyway, that's everyone dispatched off. Now we're going to send it up the inside of the Mercedes into turn 1, and just make sure we don't run out too wide, and we don't. And that was job done. Across the line now, and there we go. So that's the first test done and dusted. Pretty easy, not gonna lie. We basically got through everybody in one lap, and then it was just a case of get around to finish the second lap as quickly as possible, and we have managed to do exactly that. So good start to this video. On to the second test, and we're on dirt this time, and we are in a Ford Mustang once again. So the Mustang seems to be the car for today's video. We're Mustang on tarmac, and now we're driving the Mustang on dirt. So there you go. What are we going to be doing next? Driving the Mustang on snow? And anyway, looks like it's basically another last to first challenge. I know that's not really what they call it, but that's just what I'm going to call it, because it can't be stuff to call it anything else. But up to P2 already, and oh god, send it up the inside of what I believe is a Ford Focus. That was a bit dodgy there. I was a bit late on the brakes, if my memory's correct, but we crossed the line anyway, and kind of door slammed their way into the lead a little bit, not gonna lie, so that was probably a little bit cheeky, but you know what, we got the move done anyway. We didn't like send him into the wall, so you know what, it's all good, it's done. But anyway, not quite up to level 12. Hopefully we can manage that by the time this episode's over. On to test number 3 now, and we're doing a 4-lap race around Suzuka short circuit in what looks like a very modern piece of technology. We are in P6, and we've got to get up to first, so let's try and do this as quick as we can. Then into turn 1 now, very unstable in the back end. Oh boy, hang on to it, and Jesus Christ, we nearly spun out there already. So one thing I've immediately noticed is this thing is very touchy on the controls, and very loose in the back end, so we're going to try and keep this thing underneath us. Already up to P4 though, so we're making solid progress around the outside now. That's up to P3. We're going to try and get up to P2. Are we going to look for a move to the inside? Oh, I thought about it then, but it might have been a bit too risky. But we're going to try and sneak under the car in second, and we do. That's up to P2. Next up is the lead up. We get this move done, and that's effectively job done, and we've just got to get it to the end. Slipstream and we just completely outpower him straight into the lead of the race. Let's try and get this thing stopped at turn 1 this time. Still a little bit loose in the back end. You could hear the tyres squealing, but we managed to just get it stopped, and that was basically job done. Cut on now to the final lap, across the line, and there we go. Job done once again. And yeah, we're progressing through all these fairly easily at a rapid rate of knots at the moment. So we're doing good. I'm happy. But anyway, let's go on to test number 4. And like the wind, and holy crap, look at what we're driving. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is going to be probably the hardest test that we've done on the game so far. I've only driven this car once, and that was when I first got the game, which was probably like over a year ago or something now. God knows, it's been a long time. But the one thing I will say is these things definitely have some horsepower, and away we go. And already, look at the speed of this thing. We're just flying down into turn 1 now. Holy crap. And the downforce it's got as well. Anyway, so what's the challenge? We've got to get up to first. So anyway, already up into P5 now. We've dispatched of one car. Cut back onto the front straight now. That's up into P4. So we've already dispatched of another one. We've got 3 laps to do this as well. In the slipstream of another one. I think that might have been an Audi. And that is up into P3 now. We're going to try and make the move to P2. Oh my goodness, we nearly clean run up the back of him there. But anyway, we avoided that. Cutting back on to the final lap of the race now. And just straight up into the lead. The horsepower this thing has is just enough to power us into the lead. And just like that, job done. Another gold. And yeah, boom. Job done. Alright, more money, more mileage points, more experience. And yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. But anyway, that's the first half of stage 3. I think this is done now. And yeah, now we are at the Nordschleife for what effectively looks like a top speed challenge. Aim for a top speed of 186.4 miles an hour. And it looks like we're going to have slipstream off certain cars as well. And oh god, we're in the wall. Okay, that's not good. Get back on the road, get back on the road. There we go, right. So that's probably not going to do us any good. And we're still in the grass. Get on the road, Jesus Christ. And alright, now we're in the slipstream. And now I think it's just a case of just trying to time these runs well, minimal steering input to try and just gain all the top speed that we can. And Jesus, that's a Bugatti Veyron coming from behind us. And we're well and truly past 186 across the line, 193.8. That's probably all due in part to the Veyron as well. So that must have been behind us. And man, that comes through at a bloody rapid rate of knots. That thing was moving. But anyway, that's another test done. Cutting on to test number 6 now. We're at Dragon Trail Seaside for a 2-lap race in what I believe is going to be our Ford Mustang, done up in a Monster Energy livery as well. I quite like that. Man, that looks nice. But anyway, let's go and try and do this. We're in P10 and we've got to get up to first. 2 laps to do it around here. That's already up into 9th place, so we've already just completely mugged one guy off before we've even got to the first king. Down into turn 1 now, and we've completely missed up our braking now, and we're off the road. That's the sand trap, and that is the wall. And oh good lord, that's all wrong. Okay, we need to mental note to self, brake a bit earlier going into that corner next time. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting to just completely miss that corner by a mile like we did. But anyway, that happened. So now we're on the back foot a little bit, so we need to get a move on now. Oh god, crap, sorry. Anyway, completely rear-ended a Mercedes there. Didn't expect him to be going so slow, but anyway. And now we're making a move to P7, but again, the rear end of this Mustang is not very stable, and we lose the back end now, back down into P8 as the Audi gets back past us. We should out-drag him going up the hill though, and I believe we do. That's up to P7, and cutting on a few corners later now, we're trying to make a move on a BMW, I think this is, for P6, and maybe a move to P5 as well, 2 for the price of 1? I think so, yes, alright, sweet. And that's up into the top 5 now. next up I think is another Mustang. Just freaking around with brake bias a little bit as well, so don't mind me. But anyway, oh god, and we've actually run into the Mustang. That's not quite right. But anyway, we survived, thankfully. Didn't run off the road. Cutting on a little bit later now, making a move for P3. We survived turn 1 as well on the final lap, which is nice. And we're going to make a move now, that's up into P2. Make the move for P1 on the inside of this BMW. Job done, and that is up into the lead. And that was it, across the line now, any minute now. Where is it? Okay, there it is. And job done. I thought the line was a bit further back there actually, but anyway. There we go, job done. I really like the Monster Energy livery on the Mustang. How cool does that look? But anyway, still not quite up to level 11, level 12, beg your pardon, on experience. So hopefully we can get there soon enough. But anyway, we don't want to be on heavy wet tyres. I don't know what it's set on that for. It looks like we're in a 3-lap race, and I have decided to jump in my Hyundai Genesis. Now, one thing I do want to say as well is, if you guys have been following me on social media, particularly on Twitter, you would know that I have joined up with TNF1, in other words Transnation Esports, and they have actually decided to start their own little quote supercars league on GT Sport, and I've actually decided to join up with that. Basically it's kind of a, well, it's going to be, well, there's a perfect bird's eye view. It's going to be Mustang versus Genesis, myself and probably 8, 9 other drivers I think are going to be in the Genesis, and there's going to be I think 4 Mustangs on the grid or something. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to have a pre-season race tomorrow night, and then the actual season will kick off next Saturday, I think 8 o'clock Australia time. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going to be going on in the future regards yeah, this all this type of stuff. But anyway, I didn't know what I wanted to say there, so sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, that's why Genesis has this livery on it. This is not mine keeping mine. Obviously, we've all had custom liveries made up for our separate cars. Both myself and Stuart McKenzie will be in the Hyundai Genesis, and we will be driving basically under the Red Bull sponsorship. And I'm not going to lie, our cars look really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to when that gets up and running. But anyway, coming back on to the action now. We've basically dispatched of everybody here at the moment. Got a Ferrari to deal with, and then that is it, and we should be able to cruise to the end. So we're going to try and go up the inside now, bottom of the hill, into the hairpin now, side by side, and oh god, okay, we completely cut that corner. Genesis has a little bit more grip than what I thought, or than what I expected I should say. But yeah, that was it, job done. That's a gold time, and yeah, there we go. So another test done and dusted. So yeah, that's basically what's going to happen in the immediate future, like with the Supercars League starting up. So I just want to give you guys a quick rundown on that. So pre-season race this Saturday, and then the actual season will kick off next Saturday. So more than likely I will be streaming that. So yeah, as always, come along, say hi, and yeah, you can watch all of us try and look like professionals and see if we're any good. But anyway, on to the final test of stage number 3, I think this is. And we are in a Subaru Impreza rally car now, and it looks like we've got to beat a certain time, it looks like, get back around and hopefully do this. We've got traffic to deal with as well, so that's up P4 now. We're still looking good at the moment to get this gold time, and cutting on basically not quite to the end, and there's a Ford Mustang. We're going to try and squeak her in the outside lane if we can. Job done. That is up into P1. We've got about 15 seconds to get to the finish line, and you can make that about 29 seconds now. And considering it's just up here, I think we should be good. As oh god, we're getting a bit of air tight. Hang on to it. Oh god, whoa, and there we go. All right, that was a That was a bit of a sketchy last few seconds of that run there. I thought we were actually going to completely lose it, but we held on to it, and there we go. That is, I think, stage 3 done and dusted. Not quite up to level 11, but anyway, that's job done. So let's go get our prize car. Alright, so our prize car, sweet, Nissan GTR Nismo. Pretty nice looking car, not gonna lie, I've actually always liked that car. It's a real neat bit of gear. But that has been stage 3, and considering it's basically only been 15 minutes, let's go and do stage 4 as well, because I am a twat like that, and like to try and multitask. Even though majority of the time it never ends well. But anyway, let's get going. Looks like for our first test we've got a 2-lap race around what is a very technical looking racetrack. So we'll try and get through this as quickly as we can. That's the Mustang dispatched off. Yeah, how many times can we like run into a Mustang in this video? Like, Jesus Christ, they're everywhere. But anyway, getting on a little bit later. That's a move for P5. Next up is a Ford Focus. Ford Focus rally car, actually, I believe that is. So a bit weird to see that in a race on tarmac, but anyway. That's up to P4 as, ooh, lost the back end. Hang on to it, we hit the inside wall, but we're okay, we're still going. And there we go, so a bit of a hold your breath moment there, but anyway. And looks like we're behind a, oh god, what's that? I think that's an old Audi Quattro, like the old rally car. I don't know, don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but yeah, that's interesting. But now we're going around the outside of a Nissan rally car, down to the bottom of the hill now. Hang on to it, we're losing the back end a little bit. Oh, we just managed to hang on to it there. I've honestly, and I'm not going to lie, I have done this track a lot, I've done this track quite a lot before I actually started like making these videos. And nearly every time I come down that hill, I would lose the rear end and I'd spin out and I'd be in the wall. So, yeah, it's quite easy to do, but we negotiated it successfully that time around. And making a move on the Subaru now. That is up into the lead, and that should be job done. And now I think it's just a case of getting to the end. We'll just make sure we get it pulled up nicely, and a little bit loose in the back end again. We hit the inside wall. And we seem to be doing that a lot around here, but anyway. But yeah, aside from that tiny little moment, that was it. Across the line, job done, Bod's your uncle, gold. Once again, for probably the 5,000th time now, but anyway, we're trucking along, we're doing good, and I'm happy. I'm happy with the progress, so we're real good. And we're still not up to level 12, Jesus Christ. Alright. On to test number 2 of stage 4, and it looks like we're at, I'd like to call it a speedway, but it's kind of weird looking. Battle of the Alfa Romeo 4C, okay. So it looks like we've got to beat a certain time, so I guess we've got to we've got to go as fast as we can, and well, I don't know, I'm just gonna drive flat out and as fast as I can. And hopefully we end up with a gold, but anyway, oh god, that was, I don't know whether that was off the road, that was very close if we weren't. But anyway, keeping the boot into it now. This thing has got some pretty decent straight line speed, and we're looking good for the moment. That's deep into turn 1, keep it off the wall. Oh my goodness, that was close. Really pushing at the moment. That was so close to just completely dying there, but anyway, we survived, and that's all good. So while we're actually doing this, and there's still a little bit of time to go, one thing I do want to clarify as well, on the F1 side of things, and it's something that I'm not really too keen on talking about, but I do just want to give you guys an update. We're going to be finishing this season of Apex Online Racing, and then for the immediate future, F1 is going to be put on the back burner, and yeah, that's really all I'm willing to say at the moment. That yeah, that's going to go on the back burner, as I said on social media. The motivation to play the game is just greatly disappearing, particularly with how certain people race, and yeah, it just seems that you can get away with so much, but if you try and do it, then you get nabbed at and growled at, and it's, yeah, the motivation just isn't there to play the game. But anyway, we'll try and finish the season off and bring home a second championship. But anyway, getting back on to the action now. Ooh, Jesus, we almost got that horribly wrong. But we got gold on the other test, and there we go, job done on this one as well. In our little Mitsubishi Lancer rally car. That almost went horribly wrong though. We nearly cleared that wall. Almost up to level 12 finally. Coming on to the next test now, and it looks like we've got a top speed test here at, is this Tokyo Expressway? I think it's Tokyo Expressway, don't quote me on that. But anyway, it looks like, I think we're in a Bugatti Veyron, and holy shit, this thing is moving. Jesus Christ, keep the boot into it, trying to swerve between traffic. This is so sketchy. We're going to beat 248, aren't we? Yes, we are. Across the line. Jesus Christ, we nearly rear-ended that Ferrari. Holy mackerel, that thing... Jesus Christ, that thing was moving. Holy crap. But anyway, that was hard to hang on to, not going to lie. If we rear-ended somebody there, that would have ended really badly. But there we go. Level increased up to level 12, finally. But anyway, back to this racetrack again for test number 5. And it looks like we have got to get up from 6th to 1st. This should be fairly possible. Looks like we're in a very, very modern piece of technology looking at the interior. And, oh god, squeezes that car a little bit wide there, so sorry. Anyway, it's, you know what, it's, it doesn't matter. Anyway, but, yeah, what's this? Subaru, that's job done. Past him, that's up to P3. Lamborghini Hurricane, dispatched off, that's up to P2. Holy mackerel, look at this thing move. That's a Ferrari, that's up into the lead. Look at this thing go. We're driving a lot of cars lately that have got some really good straight line speed, got some good power in the bonnet, get it stopped for the hairpin. Hard on the gas now, up through the gears, and there we go with gold once again. And I think that only leaves about 3 tests to go, and that will probably be it for this episode. I don't know what is next, so let's go and find out. What are we? Alright, 2-lap race in a Toyota 86 rally car, and we're doing this at night time, so this will be fun. I find it bad enough when it's full daylight and I can actually partially, oh god, see where I'm going. There's a wall there, but anyway. And now we're trying to do a 2-lap race at night, and you know, I can barely tell where I'm going in full daylight, so this will be fun. But anyway, it looks like we're gaining on a Nissan. Oh god, running the back of him, sorry. But anyway, up the inside now, that's up to P7, run it wide, try and keep it off the wall, just trying to get this thing to grip. Getting on a little bit later now, and it looks like that's Honda NSX. Okay, that's a bit odd, but anyway. We got the move done on him, that's up to P6. Coming on basically to the final corner now to come around to start the final lap. Up the inside of an Audi, that's up to P5. Now up the inside of a Mitsubishi, that's up to P4. Next up is another Toyota 86, I think that is. So we'll try and make the move on this car as quickly as we can. And just like that, up the inside, job done. That's up to P3. Next up is, I can't even tell what that is, it's too far away, but anyway. We'll try and get the move done, get up into second place. I think that's a Ford Focus rally car. I think, yes it is, alright. So, we're going to try and make the move around the outside, turns to the inside, and there we go. Next up is Peugeot rally car, it looks like, and we're going to send it up the inside. Should get the move done, just make sure we pull it up, and we do, job done. That's up into the lead, and there we go. Round the final few corners, cross the line, and there we go. Gold once again. Alright, so not really having too many troubles with any tests at the moment. So we're looking good at the moment. Daily workout completed. I actually completed that before I actually started this video, so I can't even remember what the car was that we won, but anyway. Next up, test number 7 of stage 4. And looks like we're back at Tokyo Expressway in a Lamborghini. So looks like we've got a 1 lap battle, and the aim is to try and get up into first. Already completely just mugging off a Nissan GTR. Look how quickly we're gaining on everybody. That's up the P6 now already. Hail on the brakes now. We're going to try to go around the outside of a Mercedes now. I think we may have gone too deep. Yes, we have. Oh, clean into the wall. That would not do the car any good if that was real life. The car would automatically be a write-off. But thankfully it's a video game and no such atrocities exist. Is that even the right word? I don't know. But anyway, up into P4 now. So we've already dispatched of half of the field. We're going to try and get by, I think this is a McLaren, 570, 650, I'm not sure. There's another wall. So if we can stop hitting walls, that would be very helpful. We're going to try and negotiate our way around a Honda NSX. This is for position 2. Job done. So let's cut on a little bit later, and by a little bit later I mean coming out of the hairpin now on the drag to the finish line, and we're going to try and out drag a Ferrari. We get past him, you can see him in the mirror now, and we should just drive away with the supreme horsepower of this Lamborghini. And now it's just a waiting game really. Up to the line, where is it, I think that's it, just there, across the line, boom, job done. Alright, so that is test number 7 of stage 4 done. And if my memory is correct, we've got one final test to do, and that shall be it for today's video. So let's go get into our last test of the video. Looks like 2-lap race, and we're in a Ford Mustang again. It's like the 3rd or 4th time we've driven a Mustang in today's video. Jesus Christ. But anyway, looks like we're at Willow Springs, are we? No. Well, why did I think this is Willow Springs? I don't know. Well, Streets of Willow. Okay, I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it's like a short version of Willow Springs, maybe. I got no idea. But anyway, looks like the main aim is to get up into first, up the inside of that Mustang now. Get the move done. That's up the P5. Lots of traction as well, so this thing doesn't really have too much grip, not gonna lie. As we try and just jam it on the gas now on the back end, does not want to stick. Other inside of, I think there was a Chevy Camaro there. That's up into P4 now, and making steady progress at the moment. I don't even know what this thing is in front of us at the moment, but the one thing I do know is we're going to try and get by. Up the inside now, turn to the outside, but we get the move done before the corner, and that's up to P3. Next up is a Chevy Corvette, this looks like, so we should get this move done. Just trying to keep the back end in check as well. If we get the move done, do we? There we go, up in the 2nd place. And I think the Corvette was actually in the sand there. He probably wanted to keep the position. Oh god, we nearly were in the Dodge Viper. That's not what we really want or need to do, but we'll try and get by this Dodge, send it up the inside, and there we go, up into the lead. Just make sure we negotiate this final corner and make sure we actually know where we're going. Job done. And we'll cut on to the final lap now, round the final corner, because like normal, nothing else happened. We just brought it home and crossed the line, and there we go. That is every test done, completed, and yep, there we go. We're done, finished, gold in every single test. So there we go. That has been stage 3 and stage 4 of mission challenges, done and dusted, completed pretty successfully. So let's go get another prize car. Alright, so we win a true piece of American muscle, a Ford GT from 2006. And yeah, there we go. So that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Mission challenges, stage 3 and stage 4, done and dusted. And yeah, there we go. So from now on, one thing I do want to say, because I have recorded in advance, is we're going to be doing the stages separately now. So for the rest of them, we're going to go stage 5, 6, 7 and 8. We're not going to go 5, 6 and 7 and 8. So we're not going to do like 2 in one episode now, just because of how long they go for. As I said, I've recorded in advance, so I know basically how it all goes. But anyway, up to level 13 as well. So there we go. So yeah, unlock tracks, Goodwood and Monza. So sweet. Might go and have a spin around there in some cars of my choosing, if I can be bothered at any point in time. But anyway, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I should have F1 2019 career mode out, maybe in the next day or two. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, that's it from me today, guys. If you guys enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, so you can stay tuned for plenty more. And until my next video, I'll see you guys next time.